Hello, welcome to my COVID-19 diaries. It is now, what is today? Today's May 19th, and I've been back a few days. I'm kind of starting to get into the swing of things here. I go to bed really early at about 9 p.m. and then I'll wake up once at around 2 a.m. Because whatever I do, there's no way I can sleep more than 4 hours at a stretch. Then I go back to sleep and get up at 5. So I've been getting more sleep than I was when I was in Thailand. Still the black circles, they've faded a bit, but they haven't gone away. So today I want to talk to you about something very elemental that we all need and want. That's money. And I'm trying to get this book to not close on me. Well, the thing about money is that you can't do without it, and if you have too much of it, you've got problems, and you've got too little of it, you've got problems. But the one thing I noticed is that cash is becoming virtually useless. Uh, Unless you're in a third world country where everything is cash oriented, living in the West or most countries, you're going to find that cash is useless. I will always have this nervous feeling about not having cash. I think it probably has something to do with the fact that I'm, in my middle age. And when I was growing up, cash was everything. So I always try to keep cash with me, but lately the cash just sits in my wallet and does absolutely nothing. When I was coming back from Thailand, when I landed in Chicago, the first thing I did is I went to, not Thailand, Vietnam. The first thing I did was go to an ATM machine and get some good old greenbacks. And I've been here, it'll be a week on Thursday, and the money remains unused, all of it. The only thing I did with it is I paid a taxi coming back from the airport to my house, and even that I could have paid with a credit card. So I don't know what good cash is for. I still have cash sitting in here from Vietnam, and I have English pounds. So the cash just sits there. So I gotta stop being so worried about not having cash. Well, the money then made me think of the Martin Amis book called Money. And I have it somewhere, but my house guest seems to have messed with my alphabetic ordering of books on my bookshelf. Anyway, Money's a book about, well, money. It's about the quest for making money, and it's one of Martin Amis's early books. I'm not a fan of Martin Amis. I feel that he's greatly, he's overrated, and I think he's written just two good books in my opinion. One is London Fields, and the second is his memoirs called Experience. And some cruel critics have said that his memoir Experience is the best piece of fiction that he ever wrote. Everything else has been pretty much downhill, and his fight against cliche. He tries to write in an interesting way, but never mind plot, story, or things that his father would have defined as an element of a good book. So Martin was crazed about money. He famously had a falling out with Julian Barnes, his longtime friend, because he changed agents. Julian's late wife was his agent, and he, when he was about to publish I think it's called The Information, he changed to an American agent for then an unheard of 7 figures advance, and Julian and Martin were never able to recover the freedom. But I think Julian Barnes is a much better writer, so in that sense I think Julian has won the literary war, if there was one. Then as I was going through, when I was trying to look for the Martin Amis book to talk about it, I found this. This is a book of poetry by Derek Walcott, the West Indian Caribbean writer, who can't do much wrong in my book, but obviously he has fallen out of favor there was some scandal about sexual harassment or some such business when he was either trying to become the Oxford professor of poetry or some such thing. I can't remember now. It was a few years ago. But as a poet, he's peerless. So this is his Tupelo's Hound. I think this was, when did this come out? It came out in 2000, so just at the turn of the century. He's been dead a while now. So his first, I'll just read a bit of his first poem. And when I read this, I just get a sense of being in a hot island, with the wind blowing and the sound of the surf, and an interesting street life. They stroll on Sundays down Donington Street, passing the bank and the small island shops. Quiet as drawings. I should put my glasses on. My eyesight's not what it used to be. Okay, let me start again. They stroll on Sundays down Donington Street, passing the bank and the small island shops, quiet as drawings, keeping from the heat through Danish arches until the street stops. At the blue gusting harbour, where like commas in a sharp ledger gulls tick the line waves. I like that. Sea light on the cart barrels right, St. Thomas, the salt breeze brings the sound of mission slaves. Chanting deliverance from all their sins in tidal couplets of lament and answer. The horizon underlines their origins, Bizarros from the ghetto of Braganza, who fled the white hoods of the Inquisition for the bay's white caps, for the folding cross, of a white herring gull over the mission, droning its passages from Exodus. Before the family warehouse, near the customs, his uncle jerks the locks, rattling their chains, and lifts his beard to where morning comes, across the white water, to the Gentile mountains. Out of the cobalt bay, her blunt bow cleaving, the rising swell that racing Britons skip. Derek Walcott, Tupelo's Hound, highly recommended. You should, if you can find it, read it. Here's Mr. Walcott on the back. Well, I guess that's it. I have a virtual doctor's appointment in a few minutes. This is what our life has become. To see a doctor, you have to do a Google Duo meeting, and you stay in your house and go nowhere, do nothing. Anyway, I hope you all are doing really well, and you're going to survive and thrive in this pandemic and come out on the other side strong and well. Take care.